So as some of you may know, especially by the things right behind me, I'm a Patriots fan. I grew up in the town over, and I still live there in the summers when I'm not at school. So I've always loved the Patriots, given that I live like less than 10 minutes away from Gillette Stadium. Because of that, I love Devin McCourty since he's been so fun to watch ever since I started watching football. And as that 34-year-old safety's career comes to a close, the question is Devin Hall of Fame worthy? But before I get into this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated, helps me out more than you can see. Now, let's discuss Devin McCourty. Devin was drafted 27th overall in the 2010 NFL Draft and quickly emerged as one of the best players in the class, coming out with 7 interceptions in his rookie season and a PFF grade of 78.4. He came in second to Ndamukong Suh in Defensive Rookie of the Year. Both players easily could have won the award, and were the only two who got votes. He deservedly made the Pro Bowl and second-team All-Pro that year, and will continue to be great for the Patriots for the next couple seasons as a corner, posting 7 interceptions in the next 2 years combined, debatably getting snubbed of one of a few Pro Bowls that he was definitely snubbed from in 2012, and there's an argument to be had that he was snubbed of many more Pro Bowls, as I just said. It's not really an argument. Those years include 2019, 2013 when he was second-team All-Pro again in his first year at safety, and maybe even this last season, where he only allowed 34.6% of his passes targeted against him to be completed, along with 0 touchdowns and a passer rating of 17.6. That is insane for a 34-year-old. I just want to let that be known. There's no doubt about it that McCourty has never gotten the love he deserved. Without Devin, that Patriots defense would never have been as good as it was. The secondary relied on his leadership on and off the field to help bolster the unit to an almost always top-tier defense during his career. With him most likely being one of the top coverage safeties of this past decade, get rid of most likely, he was. Given his 3 years at cornerback and playing the position in college, the move to safety only elevated his status as one of the top guys when it came to covering ground at the position. Personally, I have not seen many like him. McCourty could play literally anywhere in the secondary. Either safety position, slot corner, outside corner, you name it. There's no safety as versatile as him in coverage in the past decade. According to an NBC Sports article, he was the 3rd best safety behind Earl Thomas and Eric Weddle for the 2010s, and I could not agree more. Other safeties were just not on his level coverage-wise, and I have not even mentioned the fact that he has been a fine tackler throughout his career. Well, that will come up later. Through 620 snaps in 2021, he was only targeted 3.9% of the time, and as I mentioned earlier, only 1/3 of those passes were completed. McCourty may also be one of the best man coverage safeties of all time, which not a lot of safeties could say they are elite at. Given his experience at cornerback, he's used to having to man up on people all the time, and has used that jack-of-all-trades skill set to take advantage of opposing teams' receivers, running backs, or tight ends in coverage. Hell, he is 5'10" and can guard a tight end with ease. Good for him. Devin is also one of, if not the most intelligent safeties in the game. Given how long he has been in the league, it makes a lot of sense. There are many times, like this one play against the Jets this past season that is now on the screen, where teams will try to run a pick play against him, but he sniffs it out and goes over it and just immediately stops that play from working at all, which could lead to a sack or interception if the quarterback is risky. By risky, I mean dumb enough to throw that ball. Not a lot of people can make up ground as well as he can in certain situations, whether it's a broken coverage he has to fix, or covering deep, he is elite in those areas. Not a lot of people can do that. There were the Eric Weddles and Earl Thomases, as mentioned prior, and now the Derwin Jameses and Minka Fitzpatricks of the world, but I still don't think any of them can really compare to McCourty's lockdown skills as a safety. Yes, they're all objectively better than Devin in most areas, like run defense and some zone coverage as well, but the versatility of his coverage ability and the ability to line up anywhere in the secondary is unmatched by any player I've watched besides Charles Woodson, and I only got to watch him late in his career. Now, that is not saying he's on the same level as Woodson. I'm just saying, from a coverage versatility standpoint, since Woodson also played both corner and safety, for both, the move to safety made them elite players, if they were not elite already as a corner. It made Devin take a jump that not a lot of people may have seen coming, even with his early success. Any defensive back position is undoubtedly one of the hardest positions to master in the NFL because of how much ground you have to cover. And Devin certainly has done that. Throughout his career, he has shown an ability to cover ground in the passing game, coming up with 31 interceptions and 102 pass deflections in his 12 seasons, along with 900 tackles. Here are some PFF numbers too. And yeah, I know it's PFF, but still. Since 2006, he's the second most valuable non-quarterback in the playoffs behind Julian Edelman. Since 2019, he has had a 56.8 passer rating in coverage, second in the league, and was 26th in the PFF All-Decade team for the 2010s. I just gotta hammer the nail on the head and say that he's been elite his whole career, basically. Even great as a 34-year-old last season. His longevity, discipline, and success is crazy for a player playing one of the hardest positions, plural, in football. And trust me, it's plural. He isn't just good at coverage. He's a great tackler too, as I mentioned, which makes it even more improbable for him to be this good for so long because of how much he is being relied on to do on the field in both the pass and run game. It's genuinely crazy how much Bill Belichick has Devin McCourty do on the field. I don't know if I've seen him have as much trust in someone besides Tom Brady, and that's saying a lot. Now, for the title. Is Devin McCourty a Hall of Famer? 90% chance no, he's not. This video was really just an appreciation video to show how great Devin really is. He's definitely a Patriots Hall of Famer though. Nah, great. Throughout his career, he has racked up 2 Pro Bowls. 100% should be more. I think everybody knows he was snubbed from at least a couple. 3 second-team All-Pros, 3 Super Bowl trophies, and all the stats I mentioned earlier. He has always elevated his game when it matters most, being one of the best playoff performers on the Patriots, has been the leader of this defense alongside Dante Hightower for over a decade, and he has been able to do everything that Bill Belichick asks out of this Swiss Army knife safety, which is a lot, let me tell ya. I've never seen a man do what he could do at the safety position. While he may not be the number 1 safety since he began his career, he deserves to be recognized as one of the best safeties we have seen since Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed left the league, alongside the likes of Eric Weddle, Earl Thomas, and Cam Chancellor. I think he fits right into that group. Whenever Devin retires, which is most likely after the season, he should know that he has been the head of our defense for over a decade now and will be forever beloved by Patriots fans. And hey, maybe he does make the Hall. We'll see how the season goes, but, I mean, he probably isn't, but I really hope he does. Thank you guys for listening to my Devin McCourty appreciation rant. I hope you enjoyed. And with all that being said, that is for me, guys. Thank you for tuning into Fanatic Sports. If you made it this far in the video, please just leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated, helps me out more than you know. Also, follow me on Instagram at FanaticSports25 and on Twitter and TikTok at Fanatic Sports. This is Joe of Fanatic Sports, signing off.